All right. So, welcome to the after show, everybody. And I'm going to just turn it straight over to Fanny, who's going to take us on a harp solo. A harp solo. Um, and so I'm going to remove the spotlights and put the spotlight on you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night. My heart is touched, and it was a very special night, profound, and with great awakening on how to live up into our future lives. And I learned so much to be a better being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this one will. It's for my sisters and my brothers that are guiding us into the light. Space and purity, gently flowing, diving in eternity, perfection and beauty. We are the union of the eagle and the swan, the male and the female, the fire and the water, life and death. Integration, self, creation of a new life, we are the mystical union. We are divine. Yes, we are. Thank you.
Wow.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you,
I
my
felt like
love.
getting up and fairy dancing because it just felt so flowy and perfect for now.
Well, thank you so much, Fanny. And a reminder, let's support her by going to Bandcamp. And now she's got, they keep adding. It's wonderful. It started with one, then two. Now they've got three records that you can buy. Just go to The Mystiques 111 at Bandcamp. The
One,
Mystiques 111.
11.
Don't forget the 111s. And thank you, Fanny. We miss Figari, but I gotta say, you and your harp are a beautiful duo. A very
Thank you.
beautiful duo. So wherever Vigari is, love to him. But this was perfect, really, because the harp is so angelic, and here we are talking about, the other side, the other world.
Yes,
It's really
yes.
powerful. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a powerful night. It was transcendent tonight. Yes, thank you for all the wisdom and the purity of heart and the true knowledge of what really dying is. We have never known so much as how to be of a great sister now. And I've lost a few darling friends in the last few years, my sisters, and I wish I would have been more awake as I am today for being more of service. So thank you for tonight, for your wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to actually read a few comments that have come in. And I'll either read from Terry Russo or if Terry's willing to speak for herself, I'll put the camera on you, Terry. Just let me know in the chat box. But I've been very blessed to have had very powerful experiences with my father dying when I was 22, my mother dying, and I was very close to both my mother and my father, and I walked them both through their death. And then, of course, my wife passing in my arms. And then most recently, little Boobily. Many of you saw little Boobily. He'd be up on my lap. And I want to share how Boobily died because it was amazing. And I thought about it a lot, obviously, tonight. He was doing fine. He's 13 years old, a little bit of a belly, moving a little bit slower, not as fast as he used to be, but still going for walks with us every day and eating like a little horse. And on a Wednesday, 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, I noticed that we got about halfway through our normal walk, and then he stopped and he gave me the look like, let's go back home. So we walked back home. That morning, when I when it's time to go outside for pee-pee-poo-poo, he was moving pretty slow and didn't really do much other than his business, and then wanted to come back inside. Then in the afternoon, now we're Thursday afternoon, he sat up in a posture I'd never seen him in before, and he started this rhythmic breathing. It was like panting, but the way he was sitting and the rhythm he was doing and the way he was looking up. Usually when dogs pant, they pant down. He was like looking up, doing this rhythmic breathing. And so I think, oh my God, I wonder if he's getting ready to die. Now there was a part of me that's like, wow, maybe I should take him to the vet. And I'm so proud of myself. I didn't. I didn't go to that panic. Got to take him to the vet. Got to see what's wrong. It's like, wow, something's happening here. It's very, and I made the decision if he's in the morning, still with us and there's something wrong, I'll definitely take him to the vet. But I was like, no, let's see how the afternoon plays out. And he just kept up his rhythmic panting, kept it up all afternoon, kept it up in the evening, didn't eat, took a little water, went outside with me another couple times, but just to do his business and then come right back in, go back into panting, go back into the breathing. Finally, it was about 11 o'clock at night, and when I turned out the lights, for the first time, he laid down with his back against my back, and the other dog, the one you've seen tonight, very close at. And within about 5 minutes, there were these 3 little jolts, and the breathing stopped, and my other dog started to cry. And it was amazing how he knew what to do. He knew what to do. And I loved what the doctor from India had to say, because it was a reminder I didn't really get in the way. I made him comfortable, but I didn't go racing to the vet and, put him in, let's check all the x-rays. I just let him do, and he knew what to do. And so I just thought I would share that story tonight. So Boobily, I miss you very much, but I also appreciate, as Gary's album is called, Graceful Passages, and he had a very graceful passage. Healthy until the end, no long drawn out deal. When we go for our walks now, I do have to say, I imagine he can fly, and I imagine him in his little spirit body flying around saying, look at me, I can fly, and I can go way ahead of you, and I can come way back. And so I imagine him flying with us and zipping around, because that's kind of the way he would have been or is. So anyway, that's my Boobily passage story. A few people had asked about him over the last couple of weeks. So thank you. Terry, can I put the spotlight on you? Yes, you said yes. Here is Terry Russo. She is one of our favorites. She's a regular to Global Peace Tribe, Saturday Night Live, now The Awakening World. And Terry does wonderful work. She has helped many patients leave their body. And so, Terry, I'd love to have you share anything you feel like sharing as a result of tonight's show and our theme of transcending and transforming our relationship to passage.
Well, thank you, Scott. That's a very kind introduction. I love your show. I've been watching it from day one. You've been helping a lot of us get through COVID. I have to tell you, it's been really pleasant watching all the shows. As far as what I do, I've been a nurse and a nurse practitioner for decades, and worked in a lot of different areas, and in the hospital as well as outpatient and in the home and in the community. And I've seen a lot of patients die, in all those different settings. But I have to say, probably the best has been when they're home around their family and friends, and they're not afraid, and and they're kind of in that point of wanting to let go. They're in that stage. And a lot of us as nurses, nurse practitioners, we help them. And it's important, I think, for them to have that. It's much more special in that way than, when you're in a hospital and, you're going through a code or on ventilators. I mean, obviously it depends on what's going on, but bottom line, it's the kind of thing where people really need to have that transition, and they need to feel safe and loved. and they need to have support. And it's nice if they could have more than just us and have family and friends. I do remember in the 80s, a lot of patients that died of AIDS and they didn't have anybody because their families threw them away. So I don't want to gobble up this time, but I've gone through many different experiences depending on, what setting it was. But I have to say it's important transition. And even with animals, I've had many animals, and just like Scott was saying, they're pretty smart. They know what to do. And we just have to let them do it and be there for them and, not go run to the vet. So I don't know what else you want me to say, but I thank you for doing this important work and putting this show on. And my kudos to that doctor from India. He's a saint, a living saint.
Yeah, I mean, really special, wasn't it? I mean, everybody, Gary, Kristin, Danyan, Celestine, each person with their own unique, beautiful, beautiful gifts. So thank you, Terry. To me, you really represent our viewers, the people who watch, who are also all of you. And so speaking to you, but speaking to everybody through you. Kristin and myself, we get to be on camera and we get adulation. You're every day working as a nurse, every day helping people, every day doing unsung hero work. And I really want to acknowledge all the unsung heroes like yourself of the Global Peace Tribe who every day, they're teachers, they're doctors, they're nurses, they're caretakers, they're homemakers, doing things that maybe don't get as much attention as those of us that are on camera get, but that are just as important, just as precious. You're all of us, everybody listening to my voice is an imaginal cell in the butterfly growing out of this dying caterpillar. So thank you, Terry, and thank you, everybody that Terry represents tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go to Omashar for our closing song, I'm going to read just a couple of things and then see if Kristin has anything she wants to share. Ayada is also one of our regulars, and she always writes beautiful things. I haven't read it yet, it just came in, but Ayada writes, Scott, my heart is feeling so full tonight, overflowing, and I just need to acknowledge the magic and mastery of this gathering. Thank you. Thank you. It's personal appreciation, so thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm going to turn it over. Thank you. I'm just kind of shy to read all that. Kristin, I'm going to turn it over to you for any final thoughts before Omashar closes us out.
You know what? I want to read that. I'm going to read it because it should be read, Scott. Scott, okay. My heart is feeling so full tonight, overflowing, and I just need to acknowledge the magic and mastery you bring to this gathering every single week. I don't know if you truly understand what a difference you have made in the lives of so many people. I imagine hundreds or thousands over the last 2 years. You have created not only a safe container for us to gather, but a place to be real, to feel so much. Joy, hope, healing, connection, healthy, grief. And we have all learned so much. You have brought the best of the world into our homes, grown a community, and inspired us all. I know the world is a better place from this gathering, the Global Peace Tribe. Deepest heartfelt gratitude to you. I think that says it all. That was so perfectly shared. I know we all feel that exact same way. Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Oh, I'm kind of got tears right now, so thank you.
We all love you, and we are so grateful for your commitment to opening up this space every single week again and again so that we can come together and learn and grow and dance and celebrate and cry and experience music and new awakening. I mean, it's just so beautiful and so important. This is a part of, I really believe this is a true part of all of us learning how to step into that new next vibration. Yeah. It's time. And it takes us all practicing together. So thank you.
Thank you. Like I said, when I woke up this morning, my first thought was, I get to be with Kristin today.
Ow. It's so fun when we get to be together.
It is. It's pretty fun. And we've never met in person. Can you imagine?
It's crazy. Only during this strange era would
Isn't
this
it?
happen.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you, Kristin. Thank you, Ayada, for those beautiful words. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful comments and appreciations. And I am going to turn it over to the wonderful Omashar to wrap us up for the night.
Goodness me. I'm left speechless after this show. In fact, every show that I watch and imbibe, let's say, I just get floored with my capacity for my heart to expand and be ever greater and ever bigger. And Ayata, I read something you put in the chat box earlier, and I thought that's fantastic. I'd like to make a comment about that. But what you just said about Scott and what Kristin just dittoed, I ditto too. I have no words. I just get so filled with love. You know, we spend a lot of time here watching this show, and I just get melted. I feel so much space and peace and ease and grace in myself now. And I'm going to play a song from my Flower of Life album, my third album. It's called We Feel Love. It's a slow progression. And when I pack up after this show, I'm going to take my equipment to England and go and see my mum, who is transitioning. And we thought she was going to leave a few months ago, but for some reason she's hung in there. Probably because her birthday's in a couple of days. So I'm going to go and hold her hand. And this has been so auspicious, the timing of watching all of these pearls be gifted to us, that I'm going to be able to take them and be with her so much more present and so much more alive. And so thank you all for that, for this. So We Feel Love, the Flower of Life album. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So deep breath. Let's go a little deeper before we go to bed or out to lunch. Lost in a sea of illusion, feeling so alone, lost on a wave of confusion. Where do you turn? Flow with the tide of completion. Know the reason why. And drink in the waters of healing. And be healed. We're coming home to the part of us that's waking up, and we know deep inside of us we've got a friend.
feel love, and we feel love. Dive into the depths of your being. Know that all is well. And dive into the deepest ocean. And see the truth. And cast off the cover of darkness. Free yourself from fear. And show that you're ready and willing to make the change. We're coming home to the part of us that's waking up. And we know deep inside of us we've got a friend. We remember the design of our lives. We remember the desire in our hearts. And we feel love. And we feel It's so fun.
Blessings on your trip to England, dear friend. Blessings.
Thank you so much. And the transition thing between songs and the outer world and between life and death. Every time when I wake up in the morning, I think, and it's that transition that helps me understand that gap moment between getting out of bed and being here. Blessings, everybody.
Well, thank you, Omashar. We love you so much. Thank you again, Kristin.
I want to know what happens when Omashar jumps into that bed behind him. Does he go through a Does he go through a portal?
It is a
into another
portal.
world?
It's actually a portal. Yeah, it is. I was wondering what I should put onto it because it's my green screen, and I thought, no, I need to match what's on Fanny's wall. So
It's perfect.
Beautiful.
blessings.
All right. Well, I sure hope to see everybody tomorrow for Sacred Sunday. Again, we've got amazing guests. So please join us tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock East Coast, just about the time that Kristin's waking up. Thank you, Kristin. It's 12:38 in the morning where she is. God bless you. And thank Troy.
It's impossible to leave when so much great energy is happening here.
Well, tell Troy I appreciate him letting us have you so late tonight. Thank you so much. And big love to everybody. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. It's been another beautiful show. Much love. Good
Love,
night,
love,
everybody.
love. Good night, everyone.
Oh, I love Jerry. Look at Jerry. I mean, look at this guy. You know, he's just the best. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.